I wanted to work with Ye for so long, right? Because I saw, on the outside, especially a few years ago, everyone saw Ye as this guy who was like trying to be this hero. If you didn't know Ye, you thought he was this hero that was trying to save the world. And I think that really spoke to me. I wanted to be part of something bigger. And I fucked with what he was doing, all of the aesthetics of what he was doing. And I felt like he was also someone who was willing to take risks and just be different, which is something we all relate to. And so I really wanted to get in touch with Ye, and someone would be like, oh, I heard I was in the office, you were on the mood board. Mm-hmm. Why wasn't I in that office?
Yep.
And it wasn't until I'd been chasing Gabe of Uzi. I've been chasing him for years. I was like, bro, connect me to Ye, because he used to be Ye's videographer. Gabe used to go around, this was before White Trash Tyler, before Nico Ballesteros. Gabe used to film Ye 24/7. Then he hired Tyler, he hired Nico to work for him. And they replaced him because Gabe said, oh, I'm gonna fall back, it's too much. It's too much, Ye is too crazy, right? So Gabe fell back, but we love Gabe. And Gabe said,
he told Tyler to film, right?
Yep. But Nico was like, no. And then Gabe came back at some point. Anyways, let's not get lost on that. So I said, Gabe, you got to connect me with Ye. This is 2020. Keep in mind, like, some people are afraid to leave their house. Ye had an office with a full team making clothes every day, flying people in from wherever he could get them in from during all the crazy restrictions, right? And I was like, fuck, I need to tap in with this. Because I was spooked about COVID in like February 2020. And I was freaking out before everyone else. Mm-hmm. And then by the time we were in lockdown, I was like, damn, this shit is fake as fuck. Yeah. So I just started going outside every single day. I was trying to find parties. I was trying to do everything. Mm-hmm. And I was definitely trying to go to Wyoming and work with Ye on clothes. But I kept trying. Gabe was kind enough to connect me to Nico. Nico is really the one who made it happen for me.
Shout out Nico, bro.
Shout out Nico, man.
You got to see his movie. It's coming out next month, September 19th, right?
I'm hyped for that.
Yeah. It's going to be crazy. It's a long time coming. And
I was always wondering, like, what is Nico? Because he was just filming 24 hours a day. I don't think he slept for a few years, bro.
Yeah, he's goated. He's goated. He gets it.
Major motion picture.
Right,
so Nico said, it didn't happen that easily. So I talk with Nico. Gabe connects me to Nico. Nico is a longtime fan of me and Austin and Luka and Kerwin. He knows the scouts, right? And I'm talking with Nico, exchanging ideas, explaining what I want to do for Ye. Nico's all on board. He's like, I'm going to connect you. But then at the time, you know how it goes. If you've ever been around Ye, you're going to butt heads with him eventually. Even if he's your best friend for a period of time, y'all are going to get in a fight about something. And Nico and Ye kind of were not on good terms for a second. It just, nothing was coming about it, so I just moved on. I was doing other shit. I even consulted for Heron Preston at one point when he was with Newgart's group. Mm-hmm. Then, this is beginning of 2021, April 2021. I just get a call. Oh no, Nico came to New York. So I finally linked up with Nico. And Nico was with this really, really pretentious guy named Paul Johnson, who just rubbed me the wrong way. He's just an old head that gatekeeps and is full of himself right next to Ye, right? Yeah. And I was like, I was so happy to link with Nico. We had a great time, but the vibes were off when I met this guy, Paul. Yeah. And I didn't think, I was like, I'm never going to meet Ye. Like, I'm always going to have these vultures trying to gatekeep and hide the youth from Ye, trying to feed him their stale ass ideas. Yeah. And then all of a sudden I get contacted the next day by Nico, and he's like, yo, Ye wants you to come on the next flight to LA. Mm-hmm. And I was so happy. And the craziest thing is the day I got the text to pull up to LA, Ryder Rips and I had been friends for a few years. He used to work for Ye in 2018. And I would talk with him back when he was working with Ye. He never introduced me to Ye, but I love Ryder. And so I was hanging with Ryder, and that's when I got the text, like divine intervention. That was a fucking coincidences on top of coincidences. Everything happens for a reason. Mm-hmm. So it was the day after I was chilling with Nico and this guy, Paul. I'm chilling with Ryder because he was in New York. I don't even remember what we were talking about. Mm-hmm. And then I got the text, and I came to LA. And I come into the studio with Nico. Now, first, Okay, first, it's Ye was in this gallery called I don't remember the name of the gallery, but it was owned by Vanessa Beecroft's ex or something like that. And Ye was in there recording for the Donda album. And it was just this big open space. And I come in with Nico and we sit down and we just hang out with Ye and we start talking. And everything was so organic. It's like, this is someone who I met for the first time, but it was like I had known him forever. The vibes were just right. And immediately Ye's like, okay, I want to see how you styled and you Gap stuff we've been doing. At the time, Greg Ross had made all this stuff for him. This is April 2021 still. I go into the Gap office. It's on next to at the time, so next to Soho House and Elon's Hyperloop. So it's a cool location in downtown LA. They have all the clothes, I'm going crazy, making all these fits. Nico's taking the photos. And then, I just start talking to Ye like every other day. And I keep coming back to LA. But through all of this, I'm telling Ye, yo, you need to work with Demna. You need to work with Demna because it was just the most obvious thing to me for the Gap. Mm-hmm. Because the way that Demna recontextualizes clothing in a much broader context than all this corny high fashion shit, and actually makes things that are relatable and feel human, and basically took what we loved about streetwear and just elevated it to a whole other level. That's a really oversimplified way of putting it, but that's the first thing about it that spoke to me, especially when I was 13.
So it was your idea to connect.
Absolutely. And I just pushed and pushed and pushed, and Ye was getting annoyed. He was like, stop talking about Demna. Basically, because there was this guy in his ear. This guy, Akeem Smith, was in Ye's ear.
Let me chime
And he was saying, oh, you can't let a white designer be responsible for your first collection act. Yep.
That's crazy.
Yep.
But look,
and Ye would listen. That's the problem. You got too many voices in the room.
This is one thing I'm going to say about Mike the Ruler. He's passionate about this shit, and if he has an idea that he knows he believes in, he's going to push for it. And a lot of people around Ye are scared to say something because they're
using him. They're using him. Also,
they want to make him go slow. They don't want to change the world, bro.
Well, they just want to be around, collect the check, and they don't want to they don't believe in the mission. Yeah. And that's something I really, really never related to, and why I always butted heads with everyone around him. But, there's a reason why I lasted. Very few people make it more than a month or two around him. I worked with Ye for a year. And I was like, that's a long time to be working with Ye.
He cycles through fires, hires.
Mm-hmm. People come back eventually. Yeah, that's why everyone says, oh, I used to work with Ye. Because he cycled through everyone.
If you spend a day in LA, you will meet 3 people that say, I used to work with Ye. Yeah. Like, my nigga.
There's people who work for him that never met him, period.
Okay. You know what I mean? But what's it called? Man, I learned so much from being around all that shit, like about how the fashion industry goes. I remember when
I learned a lot about how the world works.
I remember when me and Ian Connor styled, I think it was Yeezy season 3. No, it was maybe it was Yeezy season 5. I forgot which one. Where me and Ian were just up till 5, 6 in the morning, just doing a million looks.
That's fair.
Just, trying a million looks on not just me, but motherfucking models and this, that, the third.
He wants you in the office till 5 a.m.
Yeah.
He's like, wait, why are you leaving?
And nigga, by the way, I think I'm still in the school at the time. I'm still in the high school. This is my senior year. And, oh no, I wasn't. I had just graduated. But anyways, I leave, right, at 5:30 in the morning. The next day, it's show day. And Kareen Rotfeld comes in. This is when I learned a lot about how fashion credits work. She picked the best out of the looks that Ian and I had styled. We had maybe styled 100 looks or some shit.
Yeah.
And she picked them. And then it was the show was styled by Kareen Rotfeld, And I was that.
It wasn't styled by Ian Connor and Luka.
No, of course, but why
that's
would
how
it
it works. That's how it works.
Kareen Rotfeld, and I got it, and I wasn't even mad, by the way, because I learned such a valuable lesson. It was such an experience, and I was so grateful to even be at such a young age.
I mean, you got to start somewhere.
You got to start somewhere, and I was so grateful to just be in the room and to be working on shit. You know what I'm saying? And working on people at such a high level, and the fact that they're trusting young motherfuckers like us to like do this shit. And so it's like when she, you know, because at the end of the day, that's what creative directing is sometimes. It's like being able to make a decision. Like I wouldn't have been able to actually style the show.
The game
Bro, I'm doing it
also.
for the love of the game, bro.
Yeah.
Like I'm young as fuck. Like at the end of the day, like I learned from people, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. That's actually is the game. Like you have to be an understudy. You gotta see how shit happen.
Yeah.
And now motherfuckers, I feel like motherfuckers be having too much pride. Like motherfuckers be like posting screenshots like I designed this and blah 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 blah. It's like, bro, read the fucking room, bro. This is how the game goes, gang. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no cap though, bro. It's like
Don't ever give up.
don't be
If
on
you don't
some
have your credit now, you're gonna get it later. If you give up, you let them win.
Yeah, don't be some.
somebody
salty
said, how'd I meet Henry Levy? I actually met him in Calabasas because he was doing graphics for Ye for
Who is
season
that?
3.
ERD.
The ERD. And that's also when that day I met Henry Levy is the day where me and White Trash Tyler were playing Mad Shack West in the at Kanye's office, like, and all day we was just playing Mad Shack West, and he was like, at some point he just started being like,
The crazy thing, a little piece of Shaq lore. Shaq modeled in season 3
You
with
know why he
Ian,
went there?
Thug, Yachty, all of them.
So he pulls up in full Asspizza. He skips the line. He sees Ian. Ian goes, "Yo, this kid's wearing full Asspizza. Bring him to the front. Get him in the show." Da da da. Cause he's wearing full Asspizza. This is the story I've heard
No
from
funny
Shaq.
shit.
I
And
feel like
then-
I've never heard this
Yes.
lore. That's the
So
craziest.
that's why
that's the
Shaq
craziest.
is in season 3, bro.
Yeah, I gotta find, man.
But Ian was being mad nice to him, so obviously he's not gonna do it.
I'm gonna find the pic of Shaq because
crazy,
I had the. Oh, let me finish my story.
Yeah,
about
tell
that.
your story. Sum it up real quick.
Yeah, so anyways, one day, you know, Ye stopped hitting me up. Summer 2021, after like 2 months, he stopped hitting me up. He's like, I want the team to go into Dover Street Market and buy every color of Rick Owens. We need full Rick Owens color palette for Yeezy Gap. I'm like, bro, this shit is fried.
Yeah, why is
And-
he always referencing other brands, bro? You're
Bro,
easy,
you're
bro.
the GOAT. Stop.
Yeah.
Stop riding the corny wash shit,
Yeah.
please. Yeah, anyways, one day I get a call from Ye. I was about to get on another flight, and I get a call from Ye. He's like, Mike, I need you to come to Atlanta. I want you to help me build the craziest collection of Demna's work. And I'm like, oh, this is my time to
this nigga been
shine.
waiting for this moment his whole life. This nigga said, Demna, I got some shit for you.
So, anyways, I go there. So Ye had just had this stylist, another vulture, another old head trying to gatekeep. Yeah, this woman, Renalou Pedora. I'm saying all the
Name
names
drop.
today, right?
drop.
And she had done a pull from Balenciaga's PR from this guy Johan Fleury at Balenciaga, who runs all the VIP celebrity stuff, and did this pull that was all these show sample looks, right, for Ye to research or wear essentially in the listening party. And so all those samples were there, but then I get the credit cards. I start going crazy, buying Ye everything I can find, you know, all the best pieces. Because at the time,
Hey, they gifted
2020,
subs. Thank you for the gifted subs.
2021, Vetements Balenciaga was kind of dead. Like the hype was over. It was over. But that's when I was going crazy because I felt like Demna was going crazy at Balenciaga and no one was showing it love. So I was just in Ye's ear, like, you gotta fuck with this. It's so fire, you know, like. And yeah, so I start doing that, and then Ye tells me, oh, Demna's pulling up to Atlanta. This is the craziest thing. This time in 2021, people from Europe could not even fly directly into the US. Lawrence Chandler, who was in charge of everything for Ye at the time, really nice guy, he apparently spoke to the US State Department to get approval for Demna to fly in from Europe.
So lit.
That it was crucial to the activity of the U.S. economy for Demna to come to Atlanta for the second Donda listening party.
So fire.
And Demna came there. And honestly, you know, Ye was gatekeeping Demna from everyone that worked with him. And that's where I felt a little crush because, you know, I just had so much I wanted to offer the both of them in this situation. My ideas were just going crazy. I couldn't keep that shit to myself.
This is proof you gotta follow your dreams and stick to it, because all Mike the Ruler would talk about is Ye and Demna, bro. He got the job being the communicator between Ye and Demna, bro. What are the odds of that, bro? Best person.
Well, that's
for
the thing.
job,
You
bro.
gotta love something not because other people tell you to love it or because it's gonna be beneficial to you. You know, of course, Ye was always #1 celebrity, Michael Jackson of our era, but like 2021, anyone that's into fashion was trying to say, "Oh, Balenciaga, Vetements, that shit is corny."
Yeah.
But I was like, I don't give a fuck what you say. Like, this is the most. I like it the most, so
Yeah.
that's what I'm interested in. I don't need to like something because it's trendy.
Yeah.
And
I feel like the shit now too, like, and it's crazy. Like, obviously,
Fuck.
like Balenciaga like blew up and shit. But I feel like it's so much shit. Like, you had individuality in how you wore it and why you liked it.
Now it's
And,
copy paste.
like, I don't know. I feel like motherfuckers is like anything now. Like,
damn, is this my last water?
there's
water machine over there.
There's a water machine over there.
But what was I gonna say? Someone said, "Is the Supreme Balenciaga real? Was it real?"
Yeah, it's real.
Mike says it's real.
James Jebbia shut down the Supreme Balenciaga collab. He used the Balenciaga controversy as an excuse, but he never wanted to do it in the first place. He was very much against that collab.
Because of the controversy.
Not because of the controversy. He was like, oh, it's too fashion. It's like, bro, Supreme collabs with CDG, Yoji Yamamoto, and Margiela, and you're saying Demna is too fashion?
That shit personally hurt Mike the Ruler.
I
That shit,
mean,
it was like, it was like James Jebbia said, "Fuck you" directly to Mike. You know what I mean?
I mean, because it's like,
damn,
before there was any Demna clothes, Supreme was our Demna.
Yeah. Supreme, man, shout out to James Shepard.
Shout out James Jebbia, man.